If you ever played either of the original Battlefront 2 games, then you were probably super pumped hearing that the new Battlefront 2 was getting a non-linear Conquest game mode. I've been looking forward to this for years. Hey everyone, it's Andrew. Here are 50 insane details in Capital Supremacy. Command posts look exactly the same as they did in the original Battlefront 2. You can only play as heroes and villains from the Clone Wars era. Light side heroes include Obi-Wan, Anakin, Yoda, and Chewie. Dark side are General Grievous, Count Dooku, Mighty Maul, and Bossk. There are HMP droid gunships. You can board them. One of the HMP droid ships gets shot down in the opening cutscene of the battle. If you go to the crash site of the HMP droid ship that gets shot down in the opening cutscene of the battle, you'll find that it suddenly magically vanished and is nowhere to be found. I honestly thought it'd be here. I don't know where it's gone. So you probably already know this game mode features 12 additional AI troopers on each team. The clone troopers' names start with CT and then a number standing for, say, Clone Trooper 2711. The droids' names, however, start with R1 and R0, not B1, which would be B1 Battle Droid. Now there are a few droids' names that start with the letter R, most famously ROGR, which is obviously a play on Roger Roger.
Roger Roger.
So my guess would be that all the other droids' names start with the letter R because of this guy, Roger. I did also find these F1 droids or Flitch series battle droids, but these look different to any other battle droid I've ever seen. These aren't in the game as well, but please let me know if you know what F1 or R1 stands for. If you board the transport ships when moving to the second phase of the battle, you'll be flown up to one of the two capital ships hovering in the Geonosis sky. If you don't board the transport ships when moving to the second phase of the battle, you'll be flown up to one of the two capital ships hovering in the Geonosis sky. Once you fly into the hangar of either of the capital ships, pop! And you'll be inside the hangar of either a Venator-class Star Destroyer or a Providence-class Dreadnought. The hangar of the Providence-class Dreadnought looks similar to the hangar of General Grievous's invisible hand, which Anakin and Obi-Wan land on at the start of Revenge of the Sith. If you're down on the planet's surface of Geonosis and you look up into the sky, you'll see the Venator-class Star Destroyer you can board later in the battle. If you're down on the planet's surface of Geonosis and you look up into the sky, you'll see the Providence-class Dreadnought you can board later in the battle. If you watch for long enough while looking up into the sky, you'll notice that both these capital ships occasionally exchange a friendly missile. Immersive gameplay! Inside the hangar of the Providence-class Dreadnought, there are a whole bunch of blue MTTs. Why bother mentioning they're blue? Because blue MTTs represent the Confederacy of Independent Systems, the CIS, otherwise known as the Separatists, who also own the brown ones, but hey, the blue ones are fancy. When the clones lose the second phase on the Separatist capital ship and the clones have been put in handcuffs, in the background you can see the top of one of the Separatist core ships. When you're down on the surface, I didn't think that this core ship was actually that high up that you'd be able to see it out of the hangar window, so my guess is maybe it's taking off. On the ground, you can see lots of these Geonosis tower spires, like the ones from the Geonosis arena. There are also a bunch of these spats pointed in the direction of the core ship in the background. These are like the ones from the end of the Geonosis Galactic Assault map, and from Attack of the Clones that prevent the core ship from taking off, which causes a massive dust wave that surely kills everyone in its immediate path. There's also a bunch of Geonosian bug people flying around in the air. Immersive gameplay! There are also these statues of Geonosian guards like from the Galactic Assault map, the ones I thought were Poggle the Lesser, but no, they're just regular old Geonosians. Regular old boring Geonosian bug people. They kind of sound like Richard Nixon when they shoot their guns. Around the map, you'll find the bones and remains of a few different dinosaur-looking creatures. You can use this one as cover by hiding underneath the ribcage. There are also crashed LARTs, destroyed OG-9 homing spider droids, destroyed ATTs. Here is a destroyed HAVW A6 Juggernaut. I love these things, friggin' massive. You can walk through a few different caves. These remind me of the ones Obi-Wan sneaks into when spying on the Separatists in the Attack of the Clones. Here are some hard cell class interstellar transports. Here's a destroyed hard cell class interstellar transport, which if you stand too close to when it's being destroyed, you will definitely get crushed. Somebody's probably crushed underneath this right now. In the distance, you can also see some DSD-1 dwarf spider droids. Oh, DSD-1 stands stands for Dwarf Spider Droid number 1. Ah, here's some Hailfire class droid tanks. There's a group of dead clones lined with a group of disabled battle droids on Geonosis. There's a few groups of dead soldiers like these all lying around different parts of the map. When you're inside the Separatist capital ship, you can see the core of the ship, which looks similar to the one from the Phantom Menace. These green lights here go red after you destroy one part of the reactor core inside the Venator class Star Destroyer. There's a disabled droid hanging on the missiles of one of the HMP droid gunships inside the Venator class Star Destroyer hangar. I thought this was kind of funny, just looking at him hanging there on the missile. Imagine he gets fired, he goes flying out the side of the hangar. In the hangar of the Venator class Star Destroyer, there are some parked V-Wings and some parked LARTs. There are also these red canisters, which I thought maybe held fuel, and I thought maybe you could blow up, but after firing at them at point blank range, I discovered you can't blow them up. I was really looking forward to the ragdoll of my seeing everyone's just going flying, you know, implosion inside the ship. Inside the Venator class Star Destroyer, there are lots of these command consoles with flashing lights, the ones that look like, you know, computers from the 1940s or whatever. On some of these command consoles are this diagram that seems to pop up everywhere in the Star Wars universe. Is this just like the Republic / Empire's diagram for what an explosion looks like? Or is there something actually to, like, do you guys know what this is? Actually, I see this everywhere and it looks awesome, and you know, it's like when the Death Star is going to blow up Yavin 4, they're using this as the diagram. What is this? Okay, just tell me what this is. One time when I died, I noticed this. To me, this appears to be a blueprint of the observation quarters of the Providence class Dreadnought. You see, that's the room where Palpatine says, "Do it." The droid AATs are also painted blue. This is a fancier version of the boring sand-colored tanks. The announcer on your comlink says some of the lines from the original Battlefront 2.
Our forces have taken control of a command post.
This is very cool. One of the command posts is located at a Republic Forward command post, just like the ones in the movie Yoda gets taken to. I went around the outsides of the map looking for the location of where the Galactic Assault Geonosis battle takes place, but couldn't really seem to find it. Because DICE have a history of referencing their own worlds within their own maps to increase immersion, my best guess would be that it's somewhere behind this core ship, as there appears to be a few droid vehicles and more going on just over the hill. If you look down into one of these giant Geonosis steam holes and then you decide to take the plunge and jump, you will die. This is accurate to what would happen in the movies and most likely what would happen in real life. If you stand on the side of one of these Venator class Star Destroyer walkways and you're looking down, you're deciding on whether or not to take the plunge. If you jump, you will die. This is also true to what would most likely happen in the movies and real life. There are no railings inside the Venator class Star Destroyer, true to the Republic and Imperial design. So if you accidentally roll off, you won't be able to file a lawsuit against the Republic for unsafe work conditions because you'll be dead. There are a bunch of these blaster cannons stationed all around the map that look like the ones the rebels used during the Battle of Hoth. The clones piloting the LAATs when you fly up to the capital ships are just regular clone troopers and not the clone pilots we see in Attack of the Clones. They missed this detail. Come on, like, it's a little bit of yellow paint on the helmet. Like, how hard is it? Did I miss anything? If I did, or if you just noticed something yourself, let me know in the comments down below. And also a little bonus detail for you, there are no droidicas. If you want to see droidicas in the game, let me know in the comments. Then maybe it will truly be like the old Battlefront 2. Also, go check out my 50 insane details about Anakin video, where I go into the origins of his scar and what these capsules on his belt are used for. You can check that out right here. Thanks for watching, everyone. My name's Andrew. I'll catch you soon.
Stay bombastic.